Laura.
Hi.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Tell me why you're excited, Laura.
We have all the things coming.
We have all the things coming. Do you want to tell this lovely audience what things we have coming? Because I am very, very titillated.
Well, can I tell you the first thing that's happening? We're going to Bali.
We are going to Bali.
We're going to go to like the tropical nature. Beautiful island. I'm so excited.
So excited. And we are going to be shooting 4 episodes there, which will take us all the way through November. While I am in Australia, and unfortunately we'll be separated again, but we get to watch each other every week.
Separated, but not
in my mind.
We're going to use our toys.
And coming up in the new year, January 4 through 7, we will be at the AVN Expo show. We have a booth for the podcast and for me and my merch, so you can come and hang out and meet Laura and I. So come get excited for that. It's January 4 through 7 at Resorts World in beautiful Las Vegas. So we hope to be able to see you guys there. We are going to be having meet and greets, live interviews. We are going to have merch. All the merch that you guys have been waiting and wanting to see and buy. It's going to be available first at the convention, and then we're figuring out some new things for the new year as well. So stay tuned, and we hope that you guys will join us at the convention.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets. There will be a ticket in all of the descriptions, whether you're watching on YouTube or whether you're listening on an audio platform. Just check the description for where you can get your tickets. We hope to see you there.
Yeah.
Mwah. Kind of hold in that discomfort, you'll find that the discomfort isn't quite so bad. And then it's like, ooh, then you can increase and you can make the discomfort a little bit tenser.
Use those blocks. Yeah. You know?
There's so many different things that you can do. And I talked about this with Eva, actually, when you abandoned me. Abandoned me.
I didn't do that.
Yes, she did.
I was not abandoning you. I was really busy that week. I
felt pretty abandoned. I'm not going to lie.
I'll make it up to you in Bali.
You're going to show me your tits? Welcome back, one and all. Thank you for listening. If you're new here, this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast, and I'm your host, Molly Stewart. We define wholesome a little differently here, and my guests span everywhere from the adult industry to the vanilla side of humanity. If you haven't, please consider subscribing. Word of mouth is what helps this podcast grow. So share with a friend, leave a comment, download an episode, or anything you can to help with the algorithm. I release episodes every Monday, and if you're subscribed, you'll never miss an episode. You don't want to miss out on all the crazy conversations that evolve here. But that's enough from me, and let's get to today's guest. Welcome back to the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. I am Molly Stewart, and this is...
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Laura Elise.
And today we come to you as Chuck and Tiff.
Bride of Chucky, I like to say.
We've been planning this
married.
We've been planning this for a while, and I think that it is only fitting that 1 year ago on Halloween, we released the first Halloween special.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Time flies. Like, I was realizing that today, and I was a turtle.
You were a turtle.
You were an old lady.
I was an old lady.
And that was so fun. That was really, really fun.
That was absolutely the best. If you guys have not seen that episode, I highly recommend. I'll post links for it. We all know how you come, Laura. Or how you fake come.
Hey.
Someday I'll hear how you really come.
One day.
So how long does doing a look like this take?
Couple hours.
Couple hours, but you do it so well. How long have you done like a test on everything before you actually do it, or did you just freeball it today?
I freeballed it. Yeah. Although with the Chucky look, okay, this is completely new. I've done a Chucky look in the past, and it was not this level. And the reason why is I love always asking Molly here, hey, any ideas for the look? You want to do Chucky? You want to do Chucky, right? Well,
Yeah.
which Chucky? Because there's so many.
There's so many.
You could like go on, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere, and type in Chucky makeup, and you're gonna see a million different ones, and that's cool.
And I
that's
gave you
what's
3,
exciting.
and then you made it into 1, which is amazing.
Yeah, we combined 2 technically, but you know what? That's what we do here, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
what we do. We mix it up.
This is how we do it.
It's just like a remix.
wicka, wicka, wicka.
So when this comes out, we will actually be in
Bali.
So that's why we were celebrating Halloween early. We got to carve pumpkins, and that was super wonderful.
That was so fun. So fun. And like you said it was more like you.
No,
you
it
did the
wasn't.
carving.
No, I didn't. You helped.
I did very little.
I just have problems where I get into like the super detail of it, and then I'm like really invested. Like I knew people were talking about the fact that I was really invested in the pumpkin, but I was just I was in the zone.
It worked for me because like I'm like, I can design it. I could draw it. Carving wasn't my strong point, and I found out I wasn't hollowing out the pumpkin enough.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
that
the
is one
deal,
of the pitfalls.
guys.
You really have to get in there. Like, you have to just put your entire hand in that pumpkin and just really get in there,
Fist.
rip out, just rearrange its guts. You know what I'm saying? Pull it out the ass. So, no, but like the more that you scrape the inside, then the less you have to cut through when you're carving. That's why a lot of people end up like cutting
Ding
themselves
dong.
and stuff like that.
Ding dong. And then I'd like to say also, my leather jacket is at the cleaners, which is why I am Tiff with the fringe.
Tiff with the
and
fringe.
Ein likes that.
Ein is so confused by both of us at the moment. That's why we decided to let him stay with us.
Ein, welcome to the podcast. Should we get you in the chair?
He can get in the chair.
Right? I think you
Here,
should. Come on.
hang on. Let's make you a part of the conversation.
All right. We'll be back. This is so fun. Again, I'm having a blast. Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Tiff with the fringe. Tiff with the fringe.
Thanks for having me. Like
A year later. No,
this
it's
is
what I
like
mean.
yours
A year later. You're
Yeah,
still with
but-
me. Thank you. For
with you
being-
forever. You can't get rid of me. That's why we got married.
Thank you for being
I didn't tell
a
you,
friend.
but this entire thing was a ruse.
Well,
We are actually legally married now.
all right, perfect, because I am the bride of Chucky.
Okay. But we did forget the prenup, so please don't ruin me and leave me with nothing.
Ein? He's like, blasphemy. Yeah, Ein in the chair, yo. We love Ein.
We love Ein.
He's the goodest boy.
Ein has been with me for the longest time. No. You stay. You gotta sit. That's
boy.
right. Good boy. You just stay. You can just be part of the conversation. Okay.
He is.
That's
He's like,
good.
how's that liquid IV? That's what he's asking.
Should we just bring this up now? That 1 stick of liquid IV dissolved in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more effectively than water alone. With the help of...
What?
With the help of...
All the bees. Electrolytes.
Carried by what kind of technology?
CTT technology, ladies and gentlemen.
Cellular transport technology.
I just like saying all the bees.
All the bees. We say it all the time, actually.
B3,
like,
B5, B6, B12.
We'll just be driving
and
around.
vitamin C.
Oh, like when we were attacked.
Oh, by bees.
We were attacked by bees, so we do need to talk about this. Sidebar liquid IV, but we always think of you. We decided that we were going to do our own shoot and actually go on location because we've only been really shooting from the house when we've been shooting with just us. So
we were like, we're going to go outside
we got all
today.
packed. We were so prepared. We had all the sunscreen. We had all the outfits. Everything
Polaroid
really
camera.
condensed. Yeah, everything was ready to go.
Wardrobe.
So I had a weird head crown thing on, so I couldn't really drive because I had to slouch weird to make sure it didn't.
Which is fine.
knock off.
I luckily have my driver's license, so that's
I was
a good
I was
thing.
worried. I didn't know.
You know, I
she
know it
always
was
does show up in a
questionable.
car, so I assumed. But you just never know. You know,
Nowadays.
these days. Sometimes there's this car I've seen driving around this area, and it's been probably without a license plate every time I've seen it for the past like 8 months. And I'm just like, how is this car just like anyway? Because I don't even go out that much, and I see it all the time. How is someone caught on that this guy just does not have a license plate? And then I'm like, is this like concerning, or can he like just not afford it and he's trying to find work?
That's wild. He's just like YOLO.
That's been the
I'll
longest
ride
time.
without my license plate.
I know. Anyway,
Was it like in the windshield, like chilling?
Huh?
It's not like hanging in the windshield.
No.
You know, some people do
No,
that.
I
guess.
look because I
Wow.
started getting weird after
You're
the
like,
first
this is
couple months.
bizarre.
Well, after the first few months, I was like, least there's a sticker.
You're like,
or
what
like
gives?
a pamphlet or something.
What gives, dude?
There's nothing. But anyway, back to the story. So, man, we sidebar so easily. But we're driving
I'm high.
We're driving up the mountain, and we kept finding all these cool places to turn off. So we turned off on this one really secluded area with these really pretty trees with a little hill that like walked up, and we're like,
campgrounds.
This would be so cool for an elf look. And we get out, we start unloading things, and then all of a sudden there's like 5 bees surrounding the car, and the doors were open.
Yeah, because we were just like, hey, we're here.
Because we got out, so
doors open,
everything's getting out,
fresh air,
and the bees just start going inside the car. They were like climbing into the vents, like that one. He was climbing in and out of the vents, and then 2 more went in. Oh my god, it was a whole ordeal. And then I'm standing there, like in this crazy hair with this crazy headdress on and elf ears, but like totally normal human clothing. And people started out of nowhere. There was nobody here. There was no one at this location. And then all of a sudden when we're attacked by bees, it was like the time I got chased by a bee in Valley of Fire, and there was no one around for miles. And then suddenly, as soon as I'm naked, running away from a bee, cars start coming. Of course, that's just what happens.
People are like, is she okay? And you're like, it's fine. There's just a million bees here.
So Laura and I are just standing outside the car while these bees are like swarming in and out of it.
We're like letting them cool down, you know?
God. And these people start driving past. So we're standing very far back from the car because we don't want to deal with bees. And they sounded angry too. Like they were swarming. You know what I mean? There was no bees. And then there's a cloud of bees.
I know. I don't understand. I can't explain it either.
But these people start slowing down, and they're just eyeing us out of the car. And I was like, hello, there's bees in the car. And they just nod and just
keep going really slow.
Like, it's not like I wanted them to like help us, but they were clearly slowing down for like just to gawk, because it was a very awkward situation. Just an elf standing outside of a Prius. Like,
it was so bizarre. And we lived to tell the tale, because look, we went to 3 spots total in on the mountain.
Oh,
3 different spots.
Don't even start on the next spot. The next spot was so beautiful, and so it's been actually a decent amount of rain this year.
Yeah, so it's
it was
green.
Really beautiful up there.
Colors are changing in the leaves.
So we pull up. We're like, all right, let's go out for bees. Let's like stay in the car for a minute. Let's keep the car running, keep it cool. And then there's beautiful like butterflies. It was gorgeous, and the butterflies started coming. We're like, hell yeah.
This is a good sign.
As soon as we start to open the door, Laura's like, wait. It was like 10 bees. So we keep driving.
We didn't open the doors this time, though. We learned.
Yeah, we learned that time. Not the next time. Because then we keep going even higher up the mountain. We're like, maybe if we go higher, less bees go up there.
Higher and higher.
Oh my god. So Laura sees this place on the side, so we park across the road, and it was really secluded, nice little walk. We're scoping out the whole time, like being very cautious, like, do you see bees? I don't see bees. Do you see bees?
Slow.
We're being quiet.
We're like
so we
ninjas.
Can hear bees.
Ninja right
Like we
now.
have bee senses on right now. It's all tingling. And we get into this pretty little
At this point,
clearing.
you're in the outfit too.
No, we're getting there, because I wasn't yet.
Oh yeah,
we
that's
were scoping
right.
for bees.
That's right.
So we stand there.
My bad.
In the middle of this clearing for like a minute, right? We're scoping around, being still, kind of moving slow. It's fine. And these little series of rocks, and we're like, we'll put all our stuff on the rock so the ants on the ground don't get in our stuff.
Yeah, the rocks were like little tables. It was perfect.
So we pull out the outfit, and I toss my clothes into the bag. And it was a really complicated, like, chain, lacy, weird chiffon thing. And I couldn't get into it myself, so Laura had to help me.
Which made it into, like, a built-in...
So, of course, we had stepped away from bags, you know. Yeah. And so she's strapping me into this thing. We finally hook it up, and we're like, all right, let's go get the gimbal. Let's get the battery charger, all this kind of stuff.
We're setting up.
We take 2 steps towards the bag, and then we realize that it's swarming with bees. Like, they
instantly. And I'm putting on her skirt.
Like, and I'm moving so carefully, just trying to be like, what can I grab from the rock without getting attacked? Nothing. They were climbing inside of the bags. They were inside of my backpack purse
on the camera, on the gimbal.
On the camera, on the gimbal.
At this point, there's like 15 bees.
They're everywhere. So Laura manages to grab one bag that was on a different rock that only had a couple bees around it, and we make our way back in the outfit. It's not a lot of fabric, let's just say that.
It's like sheer chiffon or whatever you call that.
And
sheer.
So, and then like plastic slides.
And chains. A lot of chains.
And a headdress. And so we make so we're looking both ways, crossing the mountain road back to the car so we can put one of the bags at the car. Like, if we just stand here for a little bit, the bees will calm down. So we wait a minute, a couple cars pass, of course, as they do. And we make our way back over. No bees. No bees. So we get over there. I see they're still on the bags and stuff, but my backpack with the car keys in it is standing alone, only one bee near it. I'm like, I can grab this bag. We can at least get back to the car and turn the car on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I snatch the backpack and I'm like, I whip around and Laura suddenly, somehow, this beautiful woman has everything else in her arms. Like 3 bags of stuff, a gimbal, my phone. Like,
I think I was in survival mode.
And she was already halfway back to the car. She's like, bitch, run! Run!
What's the term? Fight or flight? I don't know. What is it? Like
fight or flight. And you were in...
Flight.
Yeah, you were in flight.
And fight. I was doing
You were ready to fight. I was pretty sure.
I was ready to punch B.
Because you had that bag and you were like waving it around as you were running.
And I know bees are dope and they have a purpose and they make honey.
That's great. But... to be or not to be, I'd rather not have bees when, I'm half naked in the woods.
It really ruined
I understand
the shoot,
the bees need to be there or whatever, but like, come on, man.
It ruined the shoot.
It did ruin the shoot.
And unfortunately, we didn't get what we were looking for with the big trees, the nature, elf outside in majestic, mountains.
And luckily, your people were kind enough to let us shoot, some photos and stuff, but I'm not going to go do the nudity at people's house.
No.
So
and honestly, like, it was fine.
Being fun.
Yeah, we made it work. We got some ivy wine.
And it was a story.
Ivy vines behind you.
Yeah. No, and it was a fun experience, and now we had a fun story to tell everybody.
Ivy Wines, hey, that's like a good wine company. No check. All right.
Look, Ivy starts making like hydrating wines.
That's sick. Wine with electrolytes.
Actually, I heard that there was wines like that, like Fit Vine or something like that, but I don't know. I don't drink.
Yep. Anyways, I'm like, I was so excited too, though, because like you and like this Chucky look, it's dope. But then we did like that TikTok together, and I was like, we look so like we could be it. This is it. We even got tattoos, you guys.
Yeah, we got tattoos. We're
married.
They're not fake. We went down and we decided, you know what? We really need to commit to the look. Yeah. Like, if you're not all in,
it's Chucky Stewart now.
It is.
And Tiffany Elise.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine? Like, we're the kind of people who just go off the rails and just get real tattoos on her tits for no reason.
Heck yeah. That's the kind of people I want to be around.
Oh, well, so we had the conversation before about you not being able to pick a place to put a tattoo or what you would want to do. So I got Laura some Inkbox tattoos for the vacation, so she gets to like have random tattoos and just see how she likes tattoos.
And maybe this one's still.
It might still be there.
It's still there.
Maybe the mushroom that I got you should just put on your boob.
Maybe. I think that's a good actual spot for it, to be honest. It's going to be cute. I think that's a good spot.
I'm so excited. And it'll be so fun to watch this when we are in Bali not having Halloween.
Yeah, and I can't wait to like shoot more episodes there, share with everybody. Like,
I'm so excited.
The beauty of like Bali I'm about to experience with you. Like, this is going to be like hands down, like bucket list type thing.
When I was a kid and I was always like, oh, like I want to travel and I want to see the world. And I always had in my mind that like I would have a friend to do it with, right? But I just never had a lot of friends. And then the ones that I had were not that. And then I was in a situation where I didn't really travel with other people, of course. That was not allowed. And so
what? You have friends? No, not allowed.
No, but now it's like, oh my God, I'm like living out my childhood dream. I get to like go with my best friend to a beautiful location in the world together and then shoot our podcast together and share that with everybody who listens, which is so freaking cool and rewarding. And thank you guys so much. I'm so excited to do AVN with you.
I can't wait.
We have our own thing going on.
Yes,
we have
merch.
Oh my God, so much stuff planned that I am just so excited about. I don't even want to give it all away.
Yeah, you guys just need to like take it in little by little because it's a lot, and we don't want to overwhelm you with all our amazing fun shit that's going on.
You guys are not even ready. Like, there's so much stuff I just want to like blurt out right now, but I just can't. Like, it's in my face. Like, I know it looks insane right now because of this makeup.
And me
Killer
too.
job.
I'm like, oh
but
gosh.
like, I cannot contain it. Like, I can't believe that it's something that we're able to like do together, and then just have this project moving forward with all the plans that we have and the ideas for the future. And I just feel like it's been so cool, like feasting off of each other's energy, like together in a way that's like productive, and we're both full and satisfied. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck.
Absolutely. I'm always waking up every morning so freaking happy, like so ready to like take on the day, like make things happen, you know? It's so just good. But we're having like so much fun that it feels illegal, like you said. You've said that before. It feels illegal
what we do, like in a way that's just like, I feel very, very lucky to be in this situation with you.
It's totally cool. The mood, man. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's just it's one of those things, like, you know, when I think about back to times, like, you know, we've talked about so many times where like I thought that it's just going to be this one thing forever, and you know, I'm never going to be able, here's all these ideas I have that I know I'm never going to be able to do. Like, and even if I tried, I wouldn't be able to succeed, or blah, blah, blah. And by anyone's measures, maybe like this isn't what success is, but to me, that I get to experience all these things and meet so many different people. And especially doing that with like you by my side, and then the other like group and networks of people that we've been fortunate enough to like meet through this.
Oh yeah,
that's a success to me.
Yeah, like just in general, like I feel like everything's just like lining up properly, like perfectly, you know. And Ein is on he's our biggest fan.
I think he's into it.
He's our biggest fan and supporter and sponsor.
Ein has been here for the very longest time. He's my best boy.
Oh,
he grew up on the webcam world. He grew up on camera online.
So he is a public figure.
He is a public figure.
We love you, Ein. No. I'm gonna have an eyeliner called Ein Liner with my lashes, ladies and gentlemen.
Because he has the most beautiful guy liner on.
He does. It's almost like an Egyptian wing, like Cleopatra style.
You are the most handsomest boy, and I love you so much.
He's got guy liner, yo.
Just stay there in your seat. You're doing great. You're killing it. We're all so proud of you. You're the goodest boy.
Keep it up. You're getting a treat in your future.
So, do you know something that I'm also very excited about, Laura?
What? Tell me.
We have multiple voicemails today.
Stop.
Multiple. I saved up some for you.
Thank you,
we
guys.
Played John Saul last week, which I know that you love John Saul.
Yes.
She was so excited when she heard that you called in.
Yeah, thanks for calling, John. We really love that.
Yeah.
You the best.
It was wonderful.
Shout out.
Today, I'll just have to pull this up from my stuff. Sorry, guys. Stick with me.
I'm so excited for these voicemails. Thank you, guys, and we love hearing from you. Please,
we really do. We love
anything and anything. Ask us.
It's so
anything and everything. I mean,
it's so wonderful.
Yeah, hit us up. You know where to go. I like reading all the comments too, like on YouTube and all that. I'm like, you know, it's good like that people are really finding us and liking it, and like, you know, that just makes us so happy.
It really does. And
hell yeah.
Like, honestly, guys, like, I love hearing from all of you guys, but we've been talking about this too recently, where it's like, I feel like there are so many people sharing so many good and relatable stories and like words of wisdom, like about this industry, that if you have a performer, a cam model, a content creator, or whatever, direct them this way. Like, not just as a guest, because it's like, you know, it sounds crazy, but we're actually booked out for like months, which is crazy.
Which is really
like
cool.
Month by month, it just seems to fill up, which is awesome. But I just mean as something that something people can listen to, where they can maybe learn something, where they can maybe hear a different perspective, or you know, just feel some type of relation to the like conversations that we have here.
Yeah.
And if I had something, I think, like this, you know, during my earlier years as well, or even, you know, that's what podcasting was for me back when the pandemic started. Like, not just me doing it, because I didn't start it till later, but like listening to other podcasts. And I think
we had a lot of time on our hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot more time to just do the minimum.
Yeah. But now it's like we're doing
the most.
We're doing the most. All right. But thank you anyway. But just make sure that you share if you really like what we're doing here. And we appreciate you guys.
Love you.
All right. So this first one is from Marilyn again.
Woohoo.
Not Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Hi, this is Mr. Dine at the Y, and this is a message for Laura. I wanted to be the first one who donates for the Molly Needs to See You Nude Fund.
Yes. Thanks, Marilyn.
Absolutely.
Dine at the Y,
girl,
guys.
you have to start the campaign.
I know. I was looking at it the other day, and I'm like looking at like options. Like, do I do in tiers? Like, you can donate $50. You could donate $10.
And you get
donate $100. Like stuff like that. I'm planning it out, you guys. It is in the works.
I think what we should do is start really planning this out in Bali, and maybe we can launch it during Bali.
And thank you guys for being so patient. I love you. I do want to get to my goal. Remember, 10,000.
You got goals. You got bags to make.
I gotta buy a new iPhone.
Like, everyone has been saying, and it's just so funny because everyone like comments, like DMs I get on OnlyFans. Like from people, like emails, comments, like on posts and things like that. Everybody is here for it. They're like, we don't need to see you naked, but this is so funny, and we want Molly to see.
We want to see her face.
Oh my god!
And I know she wants to see it. So let's make it a reality, everyone.
All right. So next we have from Larry.
Hey Molly, this is Larry. I just watched the episode with Josh, and I thought it was great that you had a photographer on. As a photographer myself, I wanted to ask, what about photographers on set and just in your regular modeling, do you like or dislike? I'm just getting into the industry. I'm primarily a boudoir photographer, so just any tips and tricks that you could give to help me make it more comfortable on set, just to get better product and have more fun on set. I really enjoy the show. Keep up the good work.
Sup, Larry?
That's very nice. Thank you, Larry.
That was cool. And congratulations to your new journey for photography.
I didn't stretch last night, and I can feel it today.
Oh no!
So, Larry, congratulations on putting yourself out there. Appreciate that. What do you think as far as like me with photographers? I think I kind of like to just do my own thing. Like I'm not like a model. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't like follow like a particular set of like, I don't like when I'm over directed, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Like, I guess some people like that, but I would kind of like,
well, you know what you're doing. I don't feel like you need.
Yeah, but I also be like, kind of like read the room and read the model. And it's kind of like, if she needs more help, then yes. But it's like, after a certain point, it's like, I know how I look in certain positions on camera. So when I'm like over directed, like a head tilt, like, and I'm like, what am I even doing here? Like,
well, also,
around the world. Like,
yeah.
Stop. This is not
go all the way around.
I think like also it's just like not taking it too seriously. Like if you are in a situation with someone where you are there to create art, because that's essentially what we do, whether you're doing a makeup look, that's your art. Whether I'm trying to like bring something cool visually out of a photo, my art. And the same thing with a photographer trying to see how they see me through that lens, bringing out their own art. And then it creates this final product. It should be something that's fun. It shouldn't feel like something that's work.
Forced,
I don't feel like, yeah.
And not like, not enjoyable.
Yeah, we're not shooting like editorials here, you know, it's not, or it's not like something that's super serious. Like it, you know, I like to throw in a lot of goofy stuff into like the photo sets that I do because that's just me. You know what I mean? So it's
we laugh, we have fun, we get work done.
But it always comes back to like communication. So it's like if you're wondering if things are going well, it's like ask leading questions that kind of can help you read the situation and how it is that they're feeling, and then you guys can kind of like work out on how to make that more comfortable or like what it is that they're trying to get out of the shoot. Mm-hmm. You know, because some people don't know and they want you to kind of lead, and that's great, but some people do have their own ideas. And I feel like I've definitely had situations in the past where I've kind of felt like my ideas have been more stifled. Do you know what I mean? Where it's kind of like, no, it should be this way, or, well, I want to shoot it this way. And it's like, well, you know, but you can do that too. but also maybe this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's like, I understand that everybody has their own style for shooting and stuff like that. But it's like, if everybody is putting in the time, effort, and time is money, and sometimes just money, because I pay you to do looks and I pay you for BTS and, other shoot stuff like that. So
it's a business.
It's like, when that's, it's like, don't waste my time. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't know.
And there's ways to, like, I feel like being on set, the best thing is like having a safe environment. Nothing, it could be fun. It doesn't have to be just like, always so.
Oh my God, bring a portable Bluetooth speaker.
Yes.
Bring a portable Bluetooth speaker.
Yes.
Let them pick the playlist.
Bring
or like
water.
Whatever. Bring water. That's always really good to have, like bottled, sealed water. Just bring that. You know what I mean? It's
Take
basic.
it up a notch. Maybe a Celsius or a Bang energy drink in case someone's like crashing because they're working really hard.
Something else is good is like little granola bars or like those little like protein bars or something like that. Just something small, because it's
nuts,
like
almonds,
bananas. Bananas are good to have. That's always helpful. If you want to do something that's also like helpful, not only for you, but potentially for the model, is these little, well, I can't show them to you because they're hooked to the GoPros right now, but there's these little battery packs that you have. And you can get them in little battery banks. And that's really good for, helping to fast charge perhaps some of your equipment, or even just phones in general. Trying to think, what else do you think would be good, like to help create like a good...
Shoot BTS. That's always great.
Yeah, BTS is fun. Like let yourself,
even if you're
let
a
yourself enjoy the time and
yeah.
let them enjoy it. And if they're open to it too, it's not like, and I guess that's another thing too, is kind of like, ask them what they're comfortable with before you just like take the lead and decide to start doing whatever it is that you want to do. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, are you cool if I shoot some BTS? And it's like, before you do stuff also, unless they don't care and they make that known, it's like, just show them the footage or at least share it with them. Because I've, had, worked with people before who have sometimes just like not shared the stuff that they've taken. And it's like, well...
it's a group effort.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Like that's
we can
the
all
thing.
share stuff together. So just
there's no like greediness in that part. There shouldn't be.
Yeah, there shouldn't be.
It should always be just fun and like, here we took this. This was our day
together.
This was our day together, and mostly it's the model's day. So people need to remember that, including photographers, makeup artists, hairstylists, people that roll camera. Like they all need to be mindful on the model.
Yes, and also recognize
make their experience
too that
like chill.
So, and as a photographer too, like, and I can understand where you could not relate to this sometimes, but it's like, always check in to see how the model is doing. Because sometimes people just power through stuff, but understand that modeling can actually be very draining.
Bring Tylenol,
stuff can
Claritin,
be sore, aspirin.
Things that could happen. Like, what if they have allergies? Maybe just little things, aspirin.
Yeah. But all that kind of stuff is just, it all comes down to, when you're shooting photos of someone, like, even if it's not like nude necessarily, it's like, that's still someone's like body involved, and there's still work that goes into that. So just like check in and make sure that everybody's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be like a power drive.
No.
Don't power.
You got this.
Don't power drive people.
You got this, Larry.
Oh, I think we have some
that was
emails
a good one.
as well.
Yes.
And also make sure that you guys do leave more voicemails and emails, because we want to be able to have stuff to talk about in Bali as well.
And share with a friend. Share your these episodes with your friends, family,
We're such whores
your
for
grandma,
our own show.
everyone. Just please give us that like and that follow. We love doing this.
We really, really
this
do.
This is literally like we were getting ready today, us, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. I'm so excited.
It was so fun.
This wig is a little warm, but it's working. It's working for the look.
Oh my god, dude, this is so long. Do you like this shirt?
I love it, actually, and the color, like, it just really brings out your eyes. It's working.
It works for me.
Yeah, and it looks really soft.
It's very soft. Don't you wish your man would wear shirts like this that, like, fit him in all the right places? And that's just super soft to the touch, because sometimes they just have those gross like cum rag shirts, you know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
it's
And it's
dry.
scratchy. You try to
Dry.
snuggle in and you're just like, whoa, did not need to exfoliate without water.
Right?
You
Like
know
I
what
did
mean?
that with my skincare.
No, I
don't need
absolutely-
it with your shirt.
Ooh, I hate that. And I like it. It can't feel good to wear because it feels good when you wear things that are comfortable, right?
Right.
That's
Totally.
how you feel good when you get like, oh, the fresh feeling of like a new hoodie before you put it through the washer, that buttery softness. But that's what this feels like.
Yeah.
And
like
when you
always.
when you feel good, you look good, right?
Correct.
So if you feel hot, you look hot, and that's what all men should want, right? Is to look good and feel good and be comfortable.
Agreed. 100%.
And we're super excited, guys, because today's episode is brought to us by a new brand, True Classic. So, Laura, you hadn't heard of True Classic yet,
I
right?
hadn't. No. So I was like, fill me in. And when you told me about the quality and, the softness, how it like, these feel like the best shirt I've ever felt.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
T-shirt, like the
I
best
can't. I
t-shirt.
cannot wait to like have my man try his on our little trip. I'm very excited.
Yes.
Can't wait to get some good snuggle action with something that's very soft.
Yeah. So
Besides just
definitely
his immaculate skin.
perfect gift for any
man in your life. Or if you want like to buy one oversized and give it to your girl, I would use this as a sleep shirt. Yeah, honestly,
I'd rock this.
But we have points to read. I know that we're just ranting about this product already, but we just tried it on for the first time and it's actually awesome. When they reached out, I was like, oh, like men's clothes. Like, yes, predominantly men listen to this show. That makes sense, But I was like, how are they going to be? Because sometimes with men's clothing, I'll buy it online and it shows up and I'm just like, ugh, I don't even want him wearing this. You know what I mean? And this came. And they expedited shipping to get it in time for our trip. So thank you so much, True Classic. We appreciate that. And now, to be a good ad reader person, I've never done this before. I'm just kidding, I have. I'm going to read off some points because this is so new and I want to make sure that you guys know everything. So True Classic is completely different. And that's what I've heard from hearing about it on other podcasts as well. Because that's where I first started hearing about it. Was other podcasts I listened to. So when they reached out, I was like, oh, that's a real thing. So, and it is really real because it feels so good. I actually really love this.
I love it.
I'm going to wear this while we do makeup later. Yeah. Okay.
I am too.
But True Classic is completely different. A closer fit in the arms and chest to highlight your guys' best assets. Or your man's, or yourself, your personally. I don't know. I think they highlight my assets. Do you think that they...
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
2 thumbs up.
And there's a little wiggle room in the torso to keep things cozy and streamline his look. That's actually really good, yeah, because it's not like super tight on the inside here. It's really nice. All their styles are super soft and affordable. That is very true. It was free for me, but I mean, it is affordable online too.
Great price points, everyone. Great
super soft, which is true because it's very, very soft. So I'm curious. We should do a wash test and see how it comes out after the first wash.
Deal.
I'll be like a responsible adult and actually read the wash instructions and not just like, throw it. It's probably a certain way. All right, let's see.
Goals.
So apparently you've really got to get these for the man in your life, and I agree. I'm actually happy they sent one for my man to try as well, so I can't wait to see him in it. I'm super excited. So it's a gift that he will actually love, and I really think that he will. And
Absolutely.
Ladies, if you're listening, he'll love it too if you buy it for him. Just do it. Treat him. But make sure he treats you first, because, like, come on. All right. But we have an exclusive deal for our listeners. We want to hook you up with some True Classic. For a limited time only, get 25% off.
Oh, snap.
25% off with code TWND at trueclassic.com.
Yeah.
TWND, 25% off. Get comfortable, get going, and upgrade your guy's wardrobe with True Classic, or your own wardrobe with True Classic. Because let's be honest, most of you listening are men, and most of you watching are men. So if you want your chesticles to look as good as mine do right now, get some True Classic. Use code TWND. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com. Free shipping. What? I didn't even know this. Free shipping included on purchases
Shut the door.
over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. That's great.
That's amazing. And you're not going to want to return this.
You're not going to want to.
I
I'm
mean,
not giving it back. True Classic, you can't take this back.
Sorry.
I'm keeping it forever. You can't have it. Thank you so much. All right, so True Classic. Look good, feel good, baby. Feel good with True Classic. TWND. TrueClassic.com.
Save 25%.
In case your skin and some buttery soft feel goodness. True Classic. Go TWND. Love you guys so much. Back to the show.
Thank you.
Fuck. Harry. I kind of meant to like condense it, and if it was like maybe like a condensed story, should I just read this and like do a voice? Should we just go through it?
I mean, do what you want, but read it out loud for sure. I want to hear it.
No, I'm just gonna sit here and do a voice in my own head, and read it all to myself, and make you just sit here.
I guess
maybe you can do a little
it'll be
dance.
like charades.
I'll act it out. Hang on, this is gonna take a minute.
Is she getting the voice, everybody?
Wet my whistle.
He thought it was like, he's like, wow.
Oh, you got a lot to say. It was fall in 1964. I am a 17-year-old male. Can I read this? This is underage. I am a virgin. I had just...
Please.
Hang on.
No. What did you submit us?
Dude, I don't think I can read this.
Okay, no, thanks. Edit your stuff, bro.
All right, so this is written like you're trying to make a submission to Dipsy, because girl,
Dang.
like, here, just take a
I'm
peek.
curious.
Harry, like, all right, my dear.
Wow, that's a lot of words.
I appreciate you listening. I do appreciate you writing in, but that is a lot. This is a podcast. It's kind of like you guys give us something that you want us to like chew on a little bit. That's like a lot. That's like a whole intro to a novel of like your autobiography. It's a lot, right?
I don't know.
That's a lot.
Thank you for writing, but that's
Thank you for writing, but it is a lot.
That's
but let me
I'm
check.
shedding.
I'm checking if there's.
Oh my gosh. Maybe one day we'll be able to share that with you. Maybe in segments.
Maybe
like,
in segments.
like just like a paragraph, you know, each episode.
Yeah.
Just a thought. But actually, it doesn't really seem appropriate.
Okay.
Do.
All right. Oh, this is from a while ago. I haven't read this. Okay. Sorry. I think
It's been hanging in there.
I had this moment where I tried to be like reorganize everything. So I started making folders for my email accounts, and now sometimes I just look for stuff and I like can't find it because I've over organized for no reason whatsoever.
You're like, wow, I did this so well, I can't find it.
I was procrastinating, and that was something I did. All right. Sorry. All right. This is from Eric. Hey Molly, my name is Eric, and I love your TikTok content and podcast. Thank you very much. He didn't say thank you very much. I said thank you very much. Have you ever thought about doing stand-up comedy? I'm a truck driver, so I'm on Pandora a lot listening to stand-up comedy. I love listening to women's comedy because just like your podcast, I get to learn things in the female perspective in an entertaining way. And listening to your podcast for the past couple of weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, a repeat listener.
Dope. That's
cool.
dope.
That makes us so happy.
Yes.
You have made me laugh just as much as any of them, and I've learned things. Oh, that's really good.
Very cool.
So I'm just curious if you ever considered that among the many things that you do. I also want to thank you for all your fitness content on TikTok. It is really helpful for motivation and inspiration for a person like me who is passionate about fitness and struggles with time and energy because I'm a father of 3 kids. I just started my journey back to it earlier this year, getting back into boxing and strength training. And as you, as well as other creators that focus on fitness, has made it a little easier. Thank you and take care. That was nice,
dope. Eric. Yeah, and that's cool. Keep it up, dude.
Keep it up. Like,
keep it up.
So that's the thing too, is like time is so hard. Like you've really got to make time to do fitness stuff. It's like, I think it's like the biggest like misconception where it's just like, oh, you like I see so much misinformation fitness stuff on TikTok that I'm just like, oh my God, like you must eat no carbs and 2 weeks to 6-pack abs and fix your hip abductors and 'cause like there's this thing about like the little hip divot that there's exercises that you can do to like fill that in or whatever. It's like, no, you can inject stuff into it, but like if you're, I mean, some people just have it naturally, but you know, typically there's not really exercises that you can do to build that. And in fact, like, I mean, I guess I'm not an expert, but to me, it would seem like working that muscle in particular would make it more prominent.
Yeah.
Like, I like my hip dips.
Yeah.
I think it's cool because I'm like, ooh, my legs look really strong. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like...
It's extra.
I don't know. But anyway, but the biggest thing that it is just like forcing yourself to do it even when you don't want to do it. And once you start forcing yourself to do it, I have days even now, and I train every day. And I have many days, like yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, and I told you I was feeling meh. I did not feel like doing anything
gloomy out.
fitness. And I was just like, you know what? I have to do it. And I did it. I felt that much better. And that's a little bit better. And it's like, it doesn't always have to be a lot, but like doing anything more than you would just do with, that you would just do with doing nothing is better.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
You gotta just put any effort you can.
And the more,
that's something.
Like the more effort that you put in, it becomes something that's addicting because it's like, you know, I have had times too where it's like I maybe don't train for a couple days in a row and I'll start to feel like upset, like, and aggressive, because it's like you start to miss that, and then I start to train again and I feel great. But it's like you have to, you know, just do it. It's like so many people are so much more sedentary than they realize, whether it's like, you know, sitting in an office chair or even just like any type of thing. And anything more that you can do in a day, you know, do 10 push-ups. If you don't normally do 10 push-ups, that's 10 more push-ups than you've done any other fucking day. Like, it's something, you know, and something is better than nothing.
Dedication, you know?
It's really just sticking to it. And I think that's the thing for, like, you know, a lot of people is just, you know, trying to figure out how to stick with something and to motivate yourself, because that's one of the real things about fitness too, is that like nobody else can motivate you to do that.
Correct.
You're
in charge of yourself.
I mean, what are they going to do? Like beat you and just hire someone to like carry around a stick and just whack you?
No, a knife.
Little, for legal reasons, YouTube, this is plastic.
Yeah, it's not. It's a costume.
It's fake.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like nobody can make you do that. So it's also cool because it starts to be rewarding, because there's a time period too where, especially like when you first start, you'll feel sore, but then you'll look in the mirror and like nothing is different.
Yeah.
And
but
you're
it's
just like,
progress.
and it's so frustrating for what feels like a really long amount of time. And then you start to notice the changes. And then it's like, well, then the changes happen more rapidly because you finally reached a point where you are doing more.
Yeah.
And you're wanting to do even more. And so then it becomes a thing and you're like, I did this. Like nobody else did this but me. Like I built this. You know what I mean? And that is like a very rewarding thing, because it's one of the few things in life that you actually do have control over, because it's like, even as far as like, you know, time management, it's like everybody has time to watch one show on Netflix in the evening. Everybody, for
maybe not binge watch, but at least one.
But at least one. And you know what? That's at least 30 minutes. If you're only watching one show, which how many people watch one show on Netflix and then just turn it off?
Me,
like psychopaths.
Sometimes. Hello, I am a psychopath.
You are a psychopath.
Look at
That's
me.
True. Look at you today. You're such a pretty little psychopath.
But I do that. You want to know why? Sometimes you're so fried from the day. And that's to be real, guys. Because if I got a 4 a.m. morning where I have to be up, I'm in bed by like 9.
Yeah.
And that's hard because I hate going to bed that early sometimes. But I have to for my work.
But it's also one of those things too where it's like, even if you only have those 30 minutes in a day,
sometimes
you can still watch the same thing.
Yeah.
And even if you're too tired, like you feel too tired to like do body weight squats or to try some push-ups or whatever, you can sit your ass on the floor and do stretches. That is moving your body. It is, you know, helping to create, you know, flexibility. It helps with mobility. It helps with the morning pain that you inevitably get as we age. Like no matter what level of fitness that you're at, all of those little things help build up into something that's more positive. And then like the more that you do, the more you want to do. And it can become something that's just this self-feeding monster. That's a good thing.
It's good for your like whole body, your joints. Like, you know, even stretching. Like, it's just, you need to.
Oh, my God.
What?
Can we talk about the fact that this woman, all right, so we shot Cruella de Vil. Amazing. Amazing look, as always. You kill it.
She could have been in the film.
I don't even know who you are. Just a goddess. Anyway, so
Tiff. My name's Tiff Elise.
But I bought her a Dalmatian onesie so that we could shoot some photos with her as a Dalmatian.
Cute. I wanted to wear it all day.
And then we went outside and it was like, we're taking some Polaroids. And then all of a sudden, she's like, I'll do the splits. And in the Dalmatian onesie, it's on the wall. Somewhere.
Oh, I see. It's at the top.
Oh, I don't know if they'll be able to see it, but it's way at the top.
That's so funny.
She just drops into the splits, and
I stretched.
But I also did not know that she could do the splits. It's like more things that I learned about you.
Oh yeah,
or she's
girl.
like, I was on The Price is Right the other night, and I was like, shut the fuck up. What is happening? And then the worst part is, I told my man later, I was like, did you know that Laura can do the splits? He's like, yeah, because she did the shoot for.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. He said I
fitness
needed to
shoot.
make it look like I didn't know how.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
But
he's like,
the
yeah, I
thing
knew.
is-
And I was like, how did I not know?
I took flexibility classes. You know how you could take yoga, you could take pole class. You know,
I knew
they
you did
offered
pole.
that, and so flexibility was one of my favorite classes because they teach you all the stretches you need to do in order to get into those splits. I had my right down, I had my left almost down. Middle splits, forget it. Like, that's just the one. You're either blessed or you're not. And working really hard to get that one is like every day, like literally doing these stretches that really hurt. Like, they're not fun. They're not fun.
That's the thing is, like, well, people think, oh, but like stretching isn't really strenuous. It's like, well, then you're not stretching correctly, because it's like, you know, even after a workout, you know, you get down and your muscles are sore. And even if you're just not, even if you've just been existing in a day, your muscles are sore. It's the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's like when you start getting in there and really pushing yourself, like not to a point where it's like, oh, I'm actually in pain, but there will be a bit of strain. That's kind of like, ooh, that's uncomfortable. But
yeah,
it's kind
that's
of like,
what it is. Don't push it to where you're breaking or ripping.
But it's like if you can kind of hold in that discomfort, you'll find that the discomfort isn't quite so bad. And then it's like, ooh, then you can increase and you can make the discomfort a little bit tenser.
Use those blocks. Yeah. You know?
There's so many different things that you can do. And I talked about this with Eva actually when you abandoned me. Abandoned me.
I didn't do that.
Yes, she did.
I was not abandoning you. I was really busy that week. That was
felt pretty abandoned. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll make it up to you in Polly.
You're gonna show me your tits? She's like,
hey, we're starting the campaign. Yeah. Hey,
I'm so
I
excited.
do have to motivate you.
You do.
To be a part of this.
That's true. You know, actually, I really do think that you should take your toy with you, because it's been how many months and you still have not tested them?
Oh, I know. Was it been a month, maybe? A month?
2 months.
Okay.
3 months. 4 months.
Take it to
Could
Bali.
be a year. I don't know. Who knows? It was so long ago. Nobody even remembers anymore.
Obviously, I need to do it, guys. I could tell with the tone in your voice.
You need it.
I'm in trouble.
Oh my god, it was so funny. So we ended up hanging out with some of Laura's friends, and I get to that point where like I smoke because I'm kind of uncomfortable in the social stuff, but then I feel better. But then it's you and me, and I like forget that there are other people.
Me too. We kind of get into this bubble, right?
And your friend, she was like, at one point, she's like, "You're so sexual," and I almost spit out of my mouth.
Did she say that?
Yes, because I kept making jokes like about you being horny and about like touching your ass and stuff like that. And I almost blurted out of my mouth, "Well, maybe it's because I do porn," and then I was like, "No, I don't know them like that." Too soon.
To be honest, I just met her too. So
oh really?
I never met her.
I thought you guys were like homies.
It was like no, like obviously like his work friends, and then his wife, but like they were lovely people.
It was fantastic.
It was a good time, and we did the pumpkin carve off, which like is our annual tradition. We try to like hit the orchard, get the pumpkins. You know, this year was so crazy and hectic that we didn't even get that time to go pick pumpkins out in the patch. Like I was at Costco looking like that crazy lady pushing a basket full of big ass pumpkins, little pumpkins, you know.
You're like, they're all going in my ass. It's Halloween. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, and everyone's getting like one pumpkin, and here I come through bulldozing with like 9.
Do you know what was dope is all right. So I was thinking about this, like when we were at the party and we were setting up, but we hadn't really like done the pumpkin stuff, and everyone's just kind of sitting around, awkwardly, and
like
it would be like little gossip about the neighbors or their friend or whatever, and then like, oh, the weather,
how cold it was.
Oh, it's so windy, and it wasn't that bad, but I was like sitting there as we were starting to get, you know, and I was like, are we old? I don't like this. This is so serious. This is supposed to be like fun. And I was starting to panic in my brain. And then you were like, it's pumpkin time. And we started strapping down that table. And we just took into full fun mode. I swear, everybody loosened the fuck up. Like, people were laughing. We were fisting out, you know, the pumpkin seeds and everything.
I got sand or a rock in my eye. Let me tell you about that. I'm still kind of recovering today. This eye is not back to 100. But I was bringing out something like paper towels or more trash bags, and I'm walking right in the direction of the wind, you know, coming at me, and freaking rock, or what it felt like was like sharp, flew into my corner of my eye.
Yeah, you were messed up.
And then all of a sudden my eye's just gushing water.
No.
And then I get back to you and I'm like, all right, you gotta take the wheel. Like, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel.
And
she calls me Jesus in bed.
I do. And then I said, Jesus. I said, I need to go, like, take care of this. I feel like my eye is fucked. So, sorry, bleep.
No, whatever. We're way into it now.
Sorry, David. And then, like, I had to put some eye drops in. That shit was not right. I was hurting for the good first 30 minutes of the carve off. I really feel like that, like, kind of put a damper on things, although we did win first place.
We killed it. We knew that we were going to win the whole time. But what I thought was cool about that was, like, you know, even before we started, everybody was like, oh, like pumpkins, like we're children. And meanwhile, you and I are just like, fuck yeah, we're getting, you bought the good carvers and everything.
Yeah, you have to.
I feel like almost everyone beforehand, it was like they needed permission to have fun. Do you know what I mean?
It was so serious.
It was like they needed permission to be like, oh yeah, we're doing this. You guys don't have to do it, but it's like at that point you have to be involved.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like that's what so many people miss, is like just the ability to like not be so fucking serious. Like, no matter what it is about or about anything, like nothing really matters that much. It's about like having the experience and doing the thing, because who cares how old you are? Who cares, you know, what your politics are? Any sort of weird, you know, shit that just doesn't matter. It matters about just like being in the moment and having an experience that you remember.
Yeah, and how cool was it that, like, that same lady we were talking about, she was like, I want to be on our team. Because it was really just going to be like, we all had our own pumpkin, we'd carve, and then someone would pick the best, right? Well, no, she took it to the next, like, thought and was like, I kind of want to just be teamed up with them, like us. And I would, too. Because, like, I feel like we could make anything have, like, a good energy.
Let's be honest, we did 3 pumpkins and they did 1.
That's so fine. So it was the girls versus the boys.
And we had
there was no rules. There was no rules.
So it was amazing because we started on the big pumpkin. And at first it was going to be Johnny Bravo, but it just wasn't working out the way that we thought. So
it looked like Johnny Bravo with the stem.
It did, but then it's like, well, how do we carve that into that? Because the stem is the lid. And
it didn't
was
work.
Its whole thing.
It didn't
but
work.
we ended up pulling Oogie Boogie out of the bag. So
and it was really good. Really good.
Oh, amazing.
Really
David,
good.
Photos. And and then it was cool because she was like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like,
busts out.
The friend, she busts out this little pumpkin. She's just like scooping away. We're not really paying attention.
Well, my eye was dying.
You were dying. I was focused on Oogie Boogie. And then all of a sudden she just pulls out Jack Skellington in a tiny little pumpkin.
In like 5 minutes.
And we were like, what?
20 minutes.
What is happening?
And from scratch. No,
from scratch.
Everyone was doing things from scratch because that's just the way it is. We don't have stencils. We don't, like, you know, have like.
I used a Sharpie.
Yeah. We even used a pen at one point before the Sharpie.
But no stencils. It was like I had to freehand it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that counts for something.
It was so fun.
And like, you know, we've even said this was the best carve off yet to date. And I think we had a lot of talent there.
We did. There was, everybody brought their A game, even though it didn't seem like they were going to at first. And I was like,
even with the guys, props. And, you know, like.
It just reminds me, like, that day was so stressful, if you remember I was telling you.
Yes.
And it's like, I wasn't even in the mood to do it, but I was like, I'm going because I'm not letting Laura down.
Thank
we
you.
are carving off.
Thank you.
And
my only friend.
Once we got into that zone of like, this is what it is, all the stress was gone. And it was,
and then
like,
you were like, this is what I needed.
This was fun. It's just having fun. It's being able to turn off from like the stress of the world and whatever, and just
laugh,
like, and laugh and be and
do
we
whatever. Ate and we freaking smoked and we just chilled.
So
and
fun.
Art. That's
and
what
art.
we live for. I feel like we really thrive in an environment where we could be artistic and creative and express our friggin' wild selves, and it just makes us so happy every day. So thanks everybody for letting us do this for you guys and for us. And this is
so
like
fun.
Yeah, this
it's
is
like
dreams.
We just appreciate it so much. Like, I feel like every time that we see each other, we just start talking about like how lucky we are,
how happy,
because it's just like we get to really do what we love, and we love and we love that everybody loves it too. Even if not everybody loves or listens to the podcast, it's like the other stuff that we create, people love.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
we love.
Not everybody's gonna
us.
listen, but it's like if people are gonna see what we do.
Yeah. So we've just had really fun. Like, October has been awesome. Just like as a recap, like we've done so many great looks. You know, we did the Elf. We did the Cruella.
Elf.
We've done this.
Red Sonja
to kick it off. I felt like out of all the cosplays, like that one was just like amazing. We had to go to 2 dry lake beds, which we talked about with Josh on the last episode, but like, or a couple episodes ago. And it's just like, man, we've been just killing it, crushing it.
It's been so cool. Like, you guys have been so supportive. It's been really cool.
It's been a year, you guys, since the last Halloween. So this is like epic. I felt really, really happy this morning.
And I'm so excited. Oh my God. The guests that we have coming to you for December. Oh,
Merry Christmas.
I'm so excited. We can't give it away because,
Happy
schedules change and stuff. But if things stay on schedule, I think that we should do different Christmas costumes.
Yes.
All of December.
Yes.
Our guests won't have anything. We can just have a hat for them if they want to wear it.
That sounds so good.
I love it.
Let's do it, girl.
This is so amazing. All right. So I need to know, what are you most excited for in Bali? Tell your Bali self now, who will be reviewing this, what you're most excited for.
I'm really excited to spend the time with you and explore. That's probably number one. Explore wherever, because I know it's all gonna be gorgeous, and let's be honest, like I'm so just thrilled to like even get off the airport and smell the Bali air, like you were saying. Like, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a totally new environment. It's not the United States. I mean, nothing to like shame on that, but I'm just saying, like, we're gonna be in Indonesia, Bali. Like, this is gonna be life changing. So I'm ready to experience that.
I'm excited to experience it.
That's it.
That's with you. You know what I mean?
We're gonna be like little kids.
Yeah. I mean, we always are.
But like even extra little. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just like, we're gonna be like just like that. Like, I can't believe this is really happening. Pinch me again. And then
I'll pinch you every day.
Yeah, I'll have bruises.
I just start breathing. Everyone's like, "Are you okay?" Like, she's pinching me every day to prove this is real. I know it's real.
And yeah, like, I'd love to see the monkeys, but if that doesn't happen, because I know it's like a trek,
we're trying to make it happen.
If it happens, sweet. I know that we're gonna see so much beautiful tropical stuff though, just being there. Or the beach. We're gonna see the beach.
Yeah,
girl, it's gonna be amazing.
And what's funny too is, you know, it's funny how, like, you have all these people. I remember when we were first talking about it, who's like, be careful of this, be careful of that. And oftentimes I feel like it's people who don't even travel. Like, I feel like it's an experience that is like, if you've never done it, try to go somewhere that will just rock your world. Do you know what I mean? Like, something that's, you know, totally different, you know, and you can take it slowly. Like, I do highly recommend Australia. I love it. But it's kind of like, there are so many places to test and to realize that, like, this life here is like your life here where you are, wherever that is like so small. Like, there's so much more, and it's not like, oh, you have to travel all the time, but being able to experience something outside of your own bubble, truly outside of your own bubble, not like from Michigan to Ohio, like, or even Michigan to Florida, you know?
Yeah.
Culture shock yourself a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about, and that we get to do it together. And I just like, all the things.
All the bees. So remember to go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND at checkout to get free shipping and 15% off on everything that you purchase.
It was delicious. I love that kombucha.
Yeah, the kombucha
apple
one
tart one.
We drink it every day. We don't lie. We really do. Drink it every day. I've had 2 already today.
You're really hydrated.
I'm super hydrated. Well, I have to be. I feel like I've always just been prone to being dehydrated. I feel like half the time that I ever felt like unwell was just like dehydrated and not realizing it.
You need to drink water. Water is like so important for us. Like we were talking about, like, were we saying the doctors like basically get paid so much money to tell people to drink water?
Yeah.
You know,
drink water. You're dehydrated. So if you want to experience better hydration today, go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND at checkout to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. So, but to everybody, happy Halloween. I hope that you guys have fun plans. I hope you get all the candy or scare children or whatever it is that you like to do around this time of year.
Brush your teeth, though.
I'm actually a little disappointed because I do like handing out candy at Halloween because I always do like a crazy costume or something.
With the dogs?
Yeah, with the dogs too, yeah. But
I want to dress my ferrets up. That would be so cute.
Should do that next
They
time.
hate costumes or clothes though. So
he hates costumes. Ian hates costumes. We're actually gonna put one on him, and then I realized I couldn't do that to him today. He just
looked
wasn't
so pissed.
Yeah, I started to put it on, and he was just like, "Mom, no. Mom, please. Mom, please, no."
Oh my God. All right, Chucky. Well, are we done here?
I think we're done here, Tiff.
Thank
I love you
you
so much. I love everyone listening and watching wherever you are so much. Please leave a comment to help the algorithm. Leave us a rating. Share with a friend. And happy motherfucking Halloween, bitches.
Stab.